Okay, yesterday I completed sending all the emails and email responses of the people who were looking out for jobs in the Middle East. Okay, it took me around, I don't know, 3-4 days to send all the responses. There's one habit which I follow is if there is someone who sends me an email for a job or something, I always respond to them because I know how it feels being unemployed and searching for a job. However, I can't do it immediately. I do it, after I finish my work or whenever I'm free. But this was the vacancies that were shared with me. Now, mind you, there were not many. Now, I want to give you a couple of tips, tricks and suggestions and ideas. How is it that some people were able to get jobs while the majority were not? What did I realize when I saw these CVs and all that? Okay. Now, I know what you will be thinking. Loy is going to say, rebrand your resume with Loy Macedo, you'll get a job. I really wish that every person who rebranded his resume with me got a job immediately. Honestly and sincerely, genuinely, I wish if you had taken my service, immediately you would have got a job. You know why I'd wish that? Then I could mark up my price 10 times more. Just imagine, you pay someone money and you're guaranteed a job. How much money are you willing to pay? In fact, I get offers like this. Loy, I will pay you $1,000, $2,000. Just guarantee me the job. I don't care about the CV, nothing. I wish there was some arrangement like that. Sadly, it happens in government sectors. Doesn't happen. Now, does it happen in UAE? Yes, it does. It does. Okay. Do I know such people? Yes, I do. However, keep one thing in mind. If you're a donkey and the job requires a horse, even if you pay a huge sum of money, the guy who is taking the bribe will not put you there, because then his ass will be on the line. The management will ask him, you selected this candidate, right? Why the fuck did you select him? On what basis? Then his job will go. Then just for a little bit of commission, he gets fucked. So, if you're a jackass, sorry to be blunt about it, but if you're a loser, a jackass, even if you put a gold-plated, diamond-encrusted, titanium-bound, Pablo Picasso certified, Elon Musk endorsed CV, but you're an idiot, nobody will give you a job, man. Come on. Okay. So this is not about, oh, come to Loy, you'll get. No. I literally exposed my whole life to you guys. I'm not going to give that bullshit. But I'll tell you something. I don't know you, you don't know me. Okay? Employer, you're applying. He doesn't know you, you don't know him. So what is the first part of introduction? The first part is your email. The first part is that resume. That is the marketing and selling document that should create the 3 I's that I tell people, the 3 I's. It should be intriguing. Oh, wow. It should be interesting. Intriguing means, wow, oh. Like you see a girl with a hot girl. Wow. Then it should be interesting. Oh, wow. Look at her dress, look at her smile, look at her, the way she moves. And then it should be informative. It should give them the information they need, the 3 I's. So now when you don't know the person and the person doesn't know you, what is the thing that introduces you to them? Is that email or covering letter and the CV. So tell me, does it take rocket science to know if your resume is fucked or it's vanilla? Vanilla means plain. Or, now when I say that, people say, oh, Loy, okay, and they make a pink, purple, neon. I've seen these CVs. I have these CVs. Only thing I don't share it publicly. Neon color, polka dots, cartoony figures, bright blue, bright green, green paper with black, designer round. I've seen round CVs. I've seen burnt CVs. I've seen CV like burnt on the outside. I've seen CVs in boxes. I've seen CVs where you put a, like those days, floppy drive or USB and an animation pops up. I've seen video CV. I've seen every CV you can think of. I even know of people who have put on a billboard. They've spent, you can Google search online. They put a billboard, man. And they creative ways. Some people have put a ad in the paper. Hi, my name is Swanza. In UK, there was a British boy who was, parents were Pakistani. He stood with a suit and tie outside a group of multinational companies, and he put a board and stood there with suit and tie holding his resume. Please take one. Educated, looking for a job. Salary as per company policy. So people get innovative and creative. Okay. I've seen people who have had their face actually printed out, and when you open, things come out. And so all this is attention grabbing. Great. When you see a pink CV or a neon color green. But here's the question which I ask people. Do you think the employer gives you a job based on, I gave him a job because his CV was pink? No. It is the content. Why? How many times have I repeated? It's a content. Now, today's COVID, because of today's COVID situation, if you put content, you'll still not get a job. So now the question is, then how the fuck do you get a job? See, this is where, I don't know, sorry to put it in this way, but trade secrets, or you don't give out, a magician, if he gives out his tricks, everyone knows it. Like nowadays, if you Google search on YouTube, how the magician does the trick. When people come to know, they share it on YouTube, everyone comes to know, the magic is gone and nobody pays money for it. So if I start revealing all the loopholes and the tricks of the trade, you'll take it for free, you'll forward it to everyone. Baba, what I'll eat? I'll be poor, as it is no shirt. People will say thank you and say God bless you. It doesn't feed me. So I can't give you the trade secret, but I'll tell you this much. And this is what you need to know. Very simple. I'll give you a real life example. Let's say you're a construction guy. You have experience in construction or contracting or engineering. Okay, I've given you 3 industries. And now you're applying for jobs. When the property market was booming and business was great, they were building things, they needed contractors, they needed construction managers, they needed engineers, electrical engineers, civil engineers, fine. But now there are no jobs. There are no new projects. Everything has been halted. Nobody can work. So now when there is no demand, if you put your CV with the best possible content, best everything, that I'm an engineer, I'm ready to work even for free or half price or whatever. If there's no job, if there's no vacancy, how will you get a job? Have you ever thought of it? Like, for example, cabin crew. How many cabin crew lost their jobs? And they tried. But when the planes are not flying, who wants to employ cabin crew? Simple. Restaurants were closing down. Tour companies were closing down. Travel agencies were closing down. Who wants to give a travel agent a job? Who wants to give a restaurant waiter, waitress? When there's no restaurant, when there's no hotels open. So now, what's the solution? The solution is, I'll just give you one clue. You need to give the industry what the industry wants. And this is where people like me come in. See, if everyone had common sense, thankfully they don't. If everyone had business sense, thankfully most don't. If everyone had the ability to sell and market themselves, we would have most people with jobs, very less without jobs. You will not believe, you will not believe the kinds of resumes, the kinds of documents, the kinds of personalities that I bump into. And then they wonder why they're not getting a job. I just have to look at a CV. In fact, I shared one of them with my group. I counted in this CV, the guy had 17 different colors on the first page. 17. I shared it with people who are close. He has made it a rainbow colored CV. He has put himself, I don't know what pose you call that, like I don't know, like he wants to show his thinking or something like that. And you're talking of a senior manager. I showed it to my friends, the CEOs. They said, like, this is good entertainment. This is not a CV. Then I saw one other guy. This one was sent to me by one of my friends in Europe. The guy has put on his CV, does your company want to 2x its income, meet the unstoppable force, meeting the immovable object of recession. And he has presented himself, means it's a simple CV, but the way he has, the funny thing is his CV, he's talking about himself being a legend. And he has put what companies, some names, I don't know. I helped them achieve 100% growth. Another one, 20% is the same, cost saving, 80%, this and that. If you're so pompous, or forget pompous, if you're so, why are you looking out for a job? People should be running to you, not you running to them. So now coming to this UAE thing, you need to change as per what the market wants. Now the challenge is, let's say you're working as a cabin crew. You can't lie and say, oh, I was a salesman. Correct? You can't say that. Let's assume you're a cabin crew for 20 years of your life. There's vacancy for a engineer. You can't change your CV and say, I was an engineer for 20 years. So what do? The answer I gave you as a cryptic clue. What the industry wants, give that to them, give that information. That's where my skill comes in. And just FYI for you guys, this skill was not thanks to google.com. I didn't read a course or do Google search. I started 20 years ago. I'm 44, 45. I started at the age of, no, even more, 25 years ago. I started from the age of, even more, man. I think from the age of 16, I started marketing and selling myself. 16. So it's nearly 30 years. I used to print cards. I used to print flyers. Nobody was there to tell me. My mother, father never helped me. I was too busy market myself. Just imagine. Those days, even I used to design my own CV. Whatever I knew from Microsoft Word. And I used to copy other people. I have done all the shitty CVs you can think of in these 30 years. Standing as a pose, like this. I did this, and 17 page, 34 page CV, 2 page CV, 1 page CV, box CV, circle CV, red and white, red and black. Every mistake you can think of, I did. In fact, I used to stand outside a particular company once a week. And I did this for almost, I think, for months together, just to ensure that the HR guy would take my CV personally. He took it. Then I kept standing. Finally, he told me, say, listen, stop standing here. Management will call the cops. Oh, goodness. I've even tried praying, putting prayers on my CV. Please, God bless you. And Isaiah and Jeremiah and Jesus said. So these gimmicks will not work. You need to give people what they want. I have done this for so many years. Today, I know the tricks of the trade. Like, my client who's a cryptocurrency miner. Not miner means small, M-I-N-E-R. He has been in the crypto space since Bitcoin started, fuck, he is so different from other people. Just remember, like a doctor who has spent 20 years, you can't copy his skill in 1 week, 1 month by Google search. Just as an engineer who takes 20 years to master his craft, a carpenter, you can't. People who are trying to make their own CVs by themselves, by google.com, you seriously think your personality, your industry, your skill, the solution is on google.com? Anyway, try. Out of the total 600, some 600, 17, 600, I don't know, some number. 22 got jobs. I'll tell you, it was not easy. I mean, the amount of stress and pressure and fear and anxiety, sometimes it used to get to me. People are very afraid and people really want their jobs. Yeah. I would say just 2-3 got a much better salary than what they were offered before. The rest of them kind of settled down for more or less the same salary what they were getting, because they had lost their jobs now. One of them, yes, he got a very good 40% extra. I don't know, maybe it was references or luck or whatever. And the remaining, I told them, listen, you want to say yes, because they were negotiating the salary. You have to make the call. I can't make the call for you. Some of them said, "Loy, I can't stay unemployed for another year. Just grab this job. We'll see what happens next." So yeah, overall, it has been a satisfying experience, but it has been tough. I'll tell you one thing, this COVID thing it's really tough. And if you are trying for a job and you're not getting a job after weeks and months and months, and I mean, stop. It's like a fly going through a glass. You can't break the glass. The fly cannot break the glass. So if you're sending the same CV and there is no response, when will you get the message? It's not working. And please, another thing which I want to tell you is, an interview is only one chance. Just one. You don't get two chances. If you fuck up one of the candidates went all the way to, first round was very simple, this HR assistant, second HR manager, they just talked. Third one was with the owner of the company. All the person had to do was just prepare. The person became, oh God, this is God's wish, my mother's sacrifice, and I know I will get this job, I know. Fucked up the last interview. Because after they finish the interview, I always tell them, call me, I need to know what's happening. The answers he fucked it up, man. Anyway, all I want to tell you is September, the next round will come. Now, I know people ask me, Loy, why are you not mentioning the positions, why are you not mentioning details? What I realized through my past is, when I put the positions, people actually, like for example, if I put sales supervisor, they will go online, Google search, sales supervisor, all the traits, copy it on their CV, and manufacture some new theory that they were sales supervisors. So now what I tell people is, if you're looking for a job, send me a CV, I will check what is matching, and I'll forward it to them. And I do this service for free, even though it takes my time, because the client pays me money. And yes, and you know, my preference is always the people who have already done business with me, because they have already paid me money. You can't expect me to not push for them. This anyone would have done. You apply anywhere. If there is a guy in the office who has his brother, sister, mother, father, or someone who has paid him money, they'll push them. They'll not push some unknown guy. Why should they help you? You're nothing and nobody. So, just conclusion I want to tell you is, UAE's market has to recover. They're recovering very slowly, but they are recovering. Businesses are going back to normal, doing their best, trying to circumvent whatever rules are there. Vacancies are being created, but the number of people without jobs and the number of people seeking jobs and the number of people ready to ask for the cheapest salary has gone to insane levels. So either you go for the cheapest salary or you make sure that you are the best. You have a choice. Don't expect to have the cake and eat it and then cry, oh, this is unfair. Otherwise, just go to google.com, search and find some whatever templates, tips, and someone from America, oh, I work for Harvard and these are the tips to ace an interview. Memorize that. See if it helps. Okay. This is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright. And September, like I told you, again vacancies will come out. I'm just gathering the information. I've emailed some people if any vacancies, and if you know any vacancies, send them to me. I'll verify them and then let's hope for the best. Alright, you guys take care. Post your comments down below. Let me know what's happening in your end of the woods. It's me signing off. Ciao.